Hello, hey, Steve Bedell, your EXP Realtor in the Villages, Florida. Coming at you again today with some more solid information about the Villages. So if you're thinking of considering moving here, buying here, selling here, anything, I'm going to give you some concrete information that I think might help you in that voyage to make a decision. Okay, so let's take a look at what I got here. This is what we got. Everyone wants to know the cost of living here, so I'm going to give you some basics, and I'm going to give you an average so you get a pretty good idea of what you're going to spend to live here. Now, this is cost of living 2023. This is based on a house that's about $440,000, a designer house. So in that range, you're going to get like a 15 to maybe 1,700 square foot designer home. It depends what section, lots of variables, but if you got a 400 a home in that price range, this is what you can expect. So let's take a look. We'll get down them. I'll mention a little of them and talk about what they all include. So I hope this is helpful. Don't forget, if you find it helpful, make a comment, like and share down below. Really appreciate it. Okay, here you go. Let's look. Villages, Florida, $440,000 home. Here's what you can expect to pay. Amenity fee. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it is $189. What if you got a more expensive home? It's $189. What if you got a less expensive home? It's $189. So that amenity fee, one fee, same for everybody. Now let's look at trash. A lot of these are all bundled into the bill that you get from the Villages every month. Trash fee. Trash is about 22 bucks a month. That's accurate, I can tell you that. I'm going to give you my own opinion on some of these and tell you how they might be a little bit off. Sewer, 40 bucks, that's all good. And the water, about 50. And when you get your bills here, they even break it down because the water that's not potable, the stuff that you use to water your grass, you have that broken out, and you have the drinkable water in another area. But anyway, it adds up. It totals up to maybe 50 bucks. And remember, this whole place is irrigated. So everybody has sprinklers. It's quite an engineering project. I'd love to have a little x-ray view of the whole place and take a look at all the pipes and everything connected here for the water. They go to all the ponds. Huh. Must be amazing. Gas, electric, 150. Well, I might have a little issue with that because I'm shooting this for towards the end of July 2023, and its temperature has been ranging from about 3,000 to 5,000 degrees every day. It's been really hot. We're going through this whole record-breaking thing that the whole country is. So these fees, my electric last month alone was $190, and the gas is less. We don't have much that uses gas. The gas is maybe 40, but a little higher than that. But I remember, I'm from New Hampshire. We used to be on a payment plan for oil, and we'd pay $200 a month throughout the year because it costs so much in the winter, and that was 6 years ago. So, not so bad. Taxes, well, insurance. Insurance, 140 bucks. That's right in line with what I pay. I think I pay 145 bucks a month for insurance here. Taxes, 460 a month. That again, that's right in line with where things are, and my house is right in line with that price too. So that's, you can figure that's pretty accurate. Now here's one, the bond, the bond. You got the bond. That's another story. You got the bond, you got the bond maintenance, and you got the fire department. Now the fire department is one fee that's the same for everybody. I think it's $129. So you got that. Then you get your bond. Now here's where this figure is going to really vary a lot. If you just bought a new house, your bond, for now, you think of it as a tax. You pay it every month. And that bond, you might have a $30,000 bond, a $40,000 bond. On a house like this, I'd say, yeah, $35,000 bond. Now if you buy a house that's already been here for a number of years, the bond is paid down. It may even be completely gone. Okay? You can pay that bond off, but we tell most people, unless it's very short and you're going to kill it in a year or two, we tell people not to, because a lot of people move, they come here, and they buy a house. 2 years later, they buy a different house. You would have spent all that money basically for nothing. So we tell them don't do that. But if you happen to have a low bond, it will vary. If you happen to have a high bond, it will vary from that too. Okay, you can have zero bond. You can have zero bond maintenance. So sorry, you always have that. All right, and then, so what do we got? So that's $1,351 if we add all these. Now remember, we're not taking into consideration if your house is paid or if you have a mortgage, any of that stuff. That's on you. You figure that out on your own. These are all the other things that will happen to you, and the amount you're paying for the house, and if it's mortgaged or if it's paid, that's going to be different for everybody. But we're giving you some figures here that will help you kind of figure out just where everything goes in the villages, and how much you need to plan for it. One thing that's not included here, 98% of the people here don't do their lawn care. I put $85 a month. We got the guy that cuts mine. He, I think it's $60 or $65 a month. My wife pays all the bills here. It's $65 a month. But we have palm trees, and those babies, they're kind of annoying. They look real pretty, but they require maintenance. We have to, twice a year, I bet, have guys come here to chop off the dead leaves and the big bags with all the seeds and things in them that get everywhere. So we probably pay in a year, we probably pay $150 to $200 every year for that. You also, it's a big thing here to have a power wash if you've got bricks or anything. You have to have that done every year or two. You have to have the siding. If you have vinyl siding on your house, you have to have that done at least every 2 years. So you have all these other incidental expenses that go into lawn care. That's why I put $85 a month. It might be closer to $100. But anyway, keep that in mind when you're figuring. So the way I see it, $1,436, but that's, penny. I'd just put down $1,500 if I were you. Go from there. You should be good to go from that. Now let me talk to you about this over here, because the amenities fee, everyone wants to know, hey, I'm paying $189 a month for an amenity fee. Well, if you sit in your house and sit in a rocking chair all day, you're out of luck, because you're paying it anyway whether you want it or not. So here's what you get with that amenities fee, that $189 a month. The amenity fee, you got golf, of course, is huge in the villages. There's over 700 holes of golf in the villages. There's more golf holes here than any place in the world, any one place. We have 42 executive courses. Those are 9-hole courses, mostly par 3s. And some of the courses may have 1 or 2 par 4s in them also. You can play those courses free. You hear the villagers say all the time, golf free for life. You can, if you walk. So, but it's not a big deal. Some people do walk, but in the heat here, and it's kind of difficult. Not a lot do. So, and everyone here has a golf cart, because that's one of the ways you get around the villages. And you look at the garages; they're 2-car garages, but they're kind of hard to put 2 cars in there. And there's really no need to have 2 cars for most people. So most people here, they have a car. When they're going places out of the villages, or taking a trip, or going a long way in the villages, it's a big place. And a golf cart. So there's, I don't know how many miles of trail here. I'm pretty sure it's over 100 miles of golf cart. It's all paved and all over the place, but you can take a golf cart. So all that stuff is included too. So you got 42 executive courses. You've got, the championship courses. There's about 15 areas, and most of them have 27 holes, not just 18. Most of them do. So, and a lot of golf. Now, the executive courses, they are included. You don't need to pay for them. You just need to pay a trail fee for your car. If you're walking, good for you. You're on your own. Hope you stay fit like that out in this heat. All right? So you get that. You get the golf. There's 3,000 plus clubs. There's so many clubs. Example, you got billiards clubs. There's like an 8-ball club, a 9-ball club, a B players club. Just in billiards, there's probably 10 different clubs. Or if you're in the north end, you don't want to be traveling 25 minutes to get to the south end. So they got clubs up there, clubs down here, clubs all over. Examples like volleyball. They have inside volleyball, gym volleyball. They got beach volleyball. They got water volleyball, hugely popular here. So you get the idea. They got all kinds of things going on. They also in that include pickleball, tennis, swimming, bocce, etc. The rec centers, there's parks, there's dog parks, there's just so much here. And I put the golf here, that's the championship golf. So you're basically a member of every course here. You can play any course you want, and as a resident of the villages, you get reduced green fees on those. Okay? They're not included in your amenities fee. You see everybody up there on those all day too. And here's what else we got. I'll get over here. Now you notice how I put 3 town squares, 365 days a year. I put them over here, and then put them with the amenities fee, because the town squares are not really owned or by the villages. Well, they're supported by the merchants that are in the town squares. Anybody can go to the town squares. Not anyone can go to a swimming pool in the villages unless you're a villager. But the town squares, they're wide open to everybody. Anybody can go. And they're nice. They have entertainment 365 days a year. And you can look in the paper or on your app or anything. You can check out who's playing who, who's playing where every night, because there's 365 days a year. Every night there's entertainment at each one of the town squares. And you just go look it up. If you have a particular band that you like, that you follow or you want to see, you just look up and oh, there they are, blue circle, boom, you go there and you see them. Anyway, it's all pretty well handled. So I hope that helps a little bit, telling you these are pretty accurate figures. You figure $1,500 on this kind of house, you're in there real tight. And these are just some of the things that you can get here, and just some of what's included. So I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, so I'll keep bringing you these stuff every week for your entertainment, I hope, and for your knowledge, and hope you become very aware of just what's happening in the village here. So keep coming back to the site. I'll be putting this stuff. If you're living in Indiana or Ohio or any place, you keep coming back. We'll give you a good idea what goes on down here in the sunny villages. Okay? Thanks now. Thanks for listening. Steve, eXp Realtor in the Villages, signing off.